Dave, few days since the weekend where obviously there's a lot of emotions on all sides, but how do you reflect now?
Well, it still hurts. We were, I suppose the reflection for us would be the way we got the ball into the top third. I felt consistently. What we didn't then manage to do was convert and capitalise on those opportunities in the box. So second half, certainly first half, I thought we had a huge amount of control of the game. Goals, as we've said before, are definitely turning points in games. Theirs came at really good times for them and disrupted our momentum and flow. And then once they sat in their shape behind the ball, we found it a challenge to break them down. So there's some learning there, but capitalising in the final third is something we need to keep progressing.
Did you have to pick yourself and the team up on Monday morning?
Yeah, probably to a degree, but we're always the same. You know, I think that we internally there was definitely some noise outside around. We've had a really tough run and we've got teams around us, but internally we were really clear that the games are not easier; they're just different. And so that never changed our thoughts and feelings on the games, and certainly last Saturday we knew Saturday was going to be as tough as every other game. So disappointing, yes. Really clear in the messages we've given to the players. What we have to do is we have to show incredible resilience and mental strength, which is what professional footballers and everybody involved need to illustrate at any level of the game. We have to show that again to come back and provide a level of performance on Saturday which lends itself to being supported by 3 points. And then all of a sudden we can sit here and say, all right, we've from Cardiff to Accrington, we've got a couple of positive results. We were disappointing last Saturday, but we've picked ourselves up and we've gone again at Harrogate. That's where we need to be. I have full belief in the way that players have gone about the work this week, that we're in a position where we'll look to get 3 points on Saturday.
The board came out with a statement sort of acknowledging some of the supporters' concern, and they've got right to be concerned given the position on the table. You know that, Dave. You spoke to the chairman.
Yeah, I spoke to the chairman Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at length. My feeling, as always, is football clubs they belong to the supporters. You know, our job while we're here is to try and leave it in a better place. That's how I've always felt about it. As a football supporter, I feel that, and you know, working in football is exactly. I feel exactly the same. We're trying, the staff, we're trying to ensure that the results will, clearly there's going to be, the results don't reinforce this, but we are trying to support the players to deliver performances that win games of football. That's all we can do. And we continue to ask the supporters for their continued support of the players, because that's really important for the group, that's important for the club, and that's important for ensuring that opponents understand it's a difficult place to come. There's nobody that's been even though results have been tough, nobody's come to Rodney Parade this season and had an easy time. That's because of the players, that's because of the supporters. I genuinely believe that we are 100% not throwing the towel in. We are doing everything we can to deliver performances full of heart, full of effort, with real clarity, to give the supporters something to cheer about. And I can only thank them for the support they've shown the players.
I guess, Dave, that if you didn't think you could get this right, if the chairman didn't think you couldn't get this right, you wouldn't be sat here right now, would you?
I guess not. I guess not. I think we all love what we do, and we all believe and are optimistic in what we're trying to do to deliver wins, and we'll not change that. I'll not change I said it before, I'm an optimistic fella, and I believe in trying to support the players to win games of football, and I will continue to do that until told otherwise.
Hopefully that comes Saturday against a side who not on a great run. Not that sometimes means anything, as you well know, but at least you want to try and increase the anxiety on them. Yeah,
for sure, and it's always a fine balance, isn't it? Playing to win or playing to not get beat, and I although they overlap each other, it's making sure that there's a balance in that for us. I've got to say, when I looked at what Harrogate had done in pre-season recruitment-wise, that they'd recruited really well, some experience from above come into play. So they've definitely progressed. We watched the last 3 or 4 games. Took the lead last week at Colchester very early, and Colchester find themselves getting back in the game. So we know it's going to be a really tough test for us. We have to focus on ourselves again to ensure that we are really clear with what we need to do to try and win the game and how we need to stop Harrogate from scoring. So yeah, it's a big game. They all are when we find ourselves where we do in the table, but we're not shying away from that. We know the challenge, we know what's at stake, and I can assure everybody that there'll definitely not be a lack of effort, lack of heart, lack of spirit, real determination as we look to get another result on the board away from home.
Could do with luck, if you want to call it that, on the fitness front. How are you looking?
We could do with some luck on the fitness front. It's been. We always, Tristan, Scott, the staff. We always review what we're doing, why we're doing it. We always plan to ensure that we're trying to manage individuals within it, within our week, to not unnecessarily put people at risk. And we've done that since the start of the season. Scott's, I've got to say, the level of his work to ensure that we're monitoring and managing individuals is exceptional. The injuries we picked up last week are contact injuries which at times become unavoidable. So what that does is provide opportunity for somebody else. So there's someone else will step in on Saturday and will need to perform to help the team win, and on the back of it, maintain their place in the team.
Who do you know you're definitely going to be without?
Jaden Warner was he's got a brace on. James Clark had a scan. Michael Spellman rolled his ankle, and then that's on the back of other injuries from Matt Baker, Tom Davis, Liam Shepherd, Matt Smith, Keenan Patton. Am I missing anybody else on there? I think there's an extensive list at the moment.
Yeah, you could do without it, but it is just,
yeah,
it is what it is. Sometimes you can't. No,
absolutely. We knew the games come thick and fast, and we've tried to ensure. I think I'm really clear in it's only the Cardiff game recently where when we've had cup games that we've not tried to keep everyone fresh. We felt that was important to do so, and so we've picked up a couple of injuries at Accrington, and then equally last Saturday. So it's part and parcel of the game. We know that what we're trying to do is ensure that we don't rush players back, but when they're back in and fit and available, that they stay fit and available.
And is there a possibility then of further reinforcements?
We hope so. Yeah, we hope so. We're obviously Matt, James, Jayden Warner, Liam Shepherd, centre backs being unavailable. Lee Jenkins is a game away from suspension. So yeah, we definitely need some reinforcements and some support for the squad.